welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Paris and I make videos all about candle making and the starting and managing of my small candle business, LadyCIMONNE Candle Co. It is product photography day here in the LadyC HQ. For those who do not know, I am rebranding. I have new jars and lids and labels, so that requires new photos for the website and for social media, and that is what today is going to be about. I'm just taking you along with me, real informal vlog style, showing you my setup, showing you how I take my pictures. I'll also show you how I edit my pictures, plus offer a few tips for beginners who are using their cell phone, like myself, to take their product photography. So let's just get started. So we are right by my door, so I apologize if it's quite noisy and you hear cars. So I wanted to point out, these are my new Replica Surfaces. If you follow me on Instagram at LadyC's Digital HQ, I talked about my new Replica Surfaces that I purchased. I love them. Here is how the setup is. It gives you the option to have the backdrop and what it sits on. And I love it. I really love it. Great quality. And they offer so many different surfaces, different backgrounds, and different textures. And so I just love how it looks. It really gives your candle a nice, crisp, clean look. And it allows you to achieve the type of background or texture that you want for your pictures. So I actually have this on a TV tray. You can see the legs down there. And so this is how I set up my product photography. I just set it up on a TV tray, and then I have this TV tray here. So this is my little tripod that I normally use for like vlogs and things like that. And I have my phone turned sideways, set on portrait mode, right in front of the natural light in front of our home. And so just to kind of give you an idea, you can't really see because of the glare of the door, but it allows me to be able to check the camera from this angle, you know, zoom up, zoom back, whatever I need to do on my cell phone to achieve the desired look that I need. So that is my setup process. So I have 9 jars that I need to take pictures of. Here are my other jars here. So these with the gold tops are a part of my Empowering collection, my original line that I launched with, and then here are the men's collection that I will be now releasing. And so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Just to give you all a little insight into what I am looking for when setting up my product picture. So I'm looking for, of course, natural light. I'm making sure it's centered. I'm making sure that it's close enough, right? So they can see what it is. So this is how it looks right here. So I have my candle back there. And so I just make adjustments. I think it's convenient if you invest in like a small tripod or something. I got this off Amazon last year, and you know, clip your phone to it and just put it in portrait mode. And that way you can make your adjustments, come behind the camera, make sure it's centered, make sure the lighting is okay, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and snap this picture. We can get an idea what it, so that is pretty good. That is centered. I like the way it looks. I like the background. Look at the surface, the replica surfaces. Don't you love it? It's so pretty. So yeah, that's what it looks like. All right, so now it is actually the next day. And I got another setup going on here. My husband has been helping me with different staging ideas. So this was actually one of his ideas. And I actually just received this from Amazon. It's a little tripod, and it adjusts height. It goes up and down. It's I think up to like 5 feet, which is great because what my mini tripod can't do for certain angles and things like that, this baby here can get the job done. So I just kind of want to show you where I'm at. Here is the setup. I love how he got that set up. So I have my Replica Surfaces here, and then I have this tripod that you can adjust the height settings. And then I got my phone attached, and then I have it on portrait mode. And we are right in front of my front door, so I am getting all of this beautiful natural light. So I am about to start working on this staging of all of my candles. So what you just saw my husband doing is the idea he had for the male candles to kind of make it a little bit more, you know, appealing for masculine. So I still got the texture with the tile, but then we added a little bit more texture here with the bottom of the fireplace and like that. So it gives it more of a masculine flair, if you can see that. So I loved his idea with that. So you see you still got that tile that's adding some contrast texture to the fireplace, the ridges there. Like it's very man cave-ish, you know what I mean? So yeah, there we go. All right, I got you down low here. You saw earlier my husband was doing a couple test shots for me just to get the angle right. So you see I brought out my smaller tripod again. I have my little clicker here. So I am just getting it angled right. We wanted to play around with some different textures, different backgrounds. We added the prop in there with the matches on the floor, if you could see that, and the glass bottle. So he was just doing a couple test shots for me. So let's go ahead, and I like having the clicker that came with my stand because it helps me not have to touch the camera. Okay. You see that? Really nice contrast. It has like a slightly blurred background up against the rustic looking fireplace. The tile is giving it a different texture as well. Yeah, so that's pretty dope. So now I am going to show you a quick and easy way for beginners to edit their product pictures using the app Snapseed. Once you have it downloaded, you want to click the plus sign in the middle of the page in order to import a photo from your gallery to begin editing. Here is the before picture. You will mainly be using the left menu, and you'll be using the tune image, the selective, and the brush icons, which will be your three best friends. So here, the tune image, as you can see, it brightens the overall picture. I normally go to about 70, depending on how much natural light I was able to capture. Once I have brightened it to how I like, I then go to the selective tool. And here, the selective tool allows you to select specific areas in the picture to then brighten. Again, depending on how much natural light I was able to capture, I kind of play around with the shadows and brighten up certain areas of the picture to get it to where I like. Now you see I click the brush icon, and the brush icon brings up the exposure tool. And what that does is it allows you to expose certain areas of the picture that you want a little bit more crispy, such as my label. And as you can see, I am exposing the label to make it more crisp and airy and more readable just by using the exposure tool. I normally start with 0.3 and then I work my way up as I see fit. And so once that's done, you want to go ahead and hit up the little icon, the third icon on the far right, in order to save it. Allow Snapseed to modify your picture, and doing that will allow Snapseed to immediately save it to your gallery. And as you can see from my gallery, the picture looks completely different, and it's more light, airy, bright, and it's completely different from all the other pictures you see there in my gallery. So those are 3 helpful tools in the Snapseed app that are great for beginners to begin editing your product pictures to make it look light and airy and turn out to be beautiful product photography. Now let's talk 5 helpful tips for beginners when it comes to taking product photography. Tip number 1, use natural light. Set your product photography up in front of your front door or your window to capture as much natural light as possible. Tip number 2, get you some backgrounds. So here I am using my Replica Surfaces from replicasurfaces.com, but when I first started, I definitely just purchased 2 white cardboards from Walmart, or you can go to the dollar store just so you can have a nice background to take your product pictures. Tip number 3, invest in a small tripod. I got this from Amazon, less than $20. Using a small tripod helps free up your hands, and it helps you focus and play around with your props to make sure things are centered, and you don't have to worry about trying to hold the camera steady or trying to hold the camera and position your props. It allows free hands and free movement. Tip number 4, don't be afraid to play with contrasting backgrounds and textures. So here in this picture, you see I am taking a picture of my candle in front of the fireplace with the contrasting tile. And so it allows me to play with 2 different textures for my picture. It gives it a real rustic and woodsy feel. Tip number 5, get some props. Even in the previous clip, you saw I had some matches kind of scattered around. And here, this is just some curtain linen that I purchased. And so it gives it, yet again, a nice cozy, light and airy feel, which is the vibe I was going for my overall candle look. There you have it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If this seems intimidating, look, I just want to encourage you. First of all, I am not an expert, but if you have a vision for how you want your product pictures to look, I encourage you to get on Pinterest and Google and get some inspiration, purchase some inexpensive props and backgrounds, and just have fun. Let your creative juices flow, and you might just find that product photography was not so bad after all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.